All right, you are live. Perfect. In the last stream, I saw I had a lot of plosives with this mic. So this time we'll try to keep the mic a little bit off-centered, and let's hope we don't have too many plosives. You share the screen, quantum computing, and let's get into it. Quantum computing is kind of coming back in the scene. So let's see what do we have about it. Mainly the big news was Google has launched Willow. It's quantum computing chip, I believe. Okay, let's see. Paradigm shift classical computing by utilizing the principles of quantum mechanics to process information. Qubits. Unlike classical bits, which are strictly 0 and 1, quantum bits or qubits can exist in superposition of states, representing both 0 and 1 simultaneously until measured. This allows quantum computers to handle exponentially more data than classical computers for certain types of problems. Superposition and entanglement. Let's make sure the connection is good. Okay. Leverages phenomena like superposition, the ability of quantum states to exist in multiple configurations at once, and entanglement, a strong correlation between qubits where the state of one can depend on the state of another, no matter the distance. These properties enable quantum computers to perform multiple calculations simultaneously. Superposition and entanglement exist in multiple configurations at once, a strong correlation between qubits where the state of one can depend on the state of another, no matter the distance. Hmm. Obviously, very complicated concept. We cannot just understand by reading this stuff. Complex problem solving could theoretically solve complex optimization problems, simulate quantum and perform calculations that would take classical computers an impractically long time. Yeah, but Willow, I believe they said something like what a traditional computer would take years. Maybe it said years to calculate. This thing can do that in 15 minutes or something. That is crazy when you think about it. Industries impacted. Fields like pharmaceuticals for drug discovery, finance for optimizing portfolios, and cybersecurity for both attacking and defending encryption could see significant advancements. Yeah, definitely for encryption. Hardware development. Physical realization involves managing qubits under extremely controlled conditions to maintain quantum states. Current efforts focus on reducing errors, decoherence, and scaling up the number of qubits while maintaining stability. Google's recent advancement with the Willow chip, which reportedly reduced error rates with increased qubit scale, signifies progress in this area. Error correction is to achieve a quantum error correction threshold where logical qubits operate with fewer errors than physical qubits, a milestone Google claims to have reached with Willow. Claims of quantum supremacy for specific, often contrived problems, practical applications that outperform classical computers in real world scenarios are still in development. The field remains largely experimental with commercial applications anticipated to emerge later in the decade. Quantum supremacy, performing tasks unattainable by classical computers in any feasible time frame. Google's assertion of quantum supremacy with a 54 qubit machine in 2019 has sparked debate and further research into what constitutes a truly useful quantum advantage. Governments and tech giants worldwide are investing heavily, with quantum computing expected to grow into a significant industry. Hmm, very cool. Let's see. Actually, let's talk about. mm, 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 mm. Tell me, tell me more about Google's Willow chip. I believe I read some of the announcement, but let's see what we have. Significant advancement, particularly in terms of error correction and computational speed. Performed a computation in the 5 minutes that would take classical computer approximately 10 to the power 25 years to complete, 10 septillion years to complete. A task termed random circuit sampling, highlighting its potential for tasks beyond classical computing capabilities. Ability to reduce errors exponentially as more qubits are added. This contrasts with previous quantum chips where increasing the number of qubits would typically increase error rates. Achieve below threshold error correction, where adding more qubits actually reduces the overall error rate. Qubits. The chip contains 105 qubits, which are the quantum equivalent of bits in classical computing. Hmm. Architecture of Willow uses a new method called fluxonium qubit, aiming for greater stability and scalability. Google has engineered Willow such that it can correct errors in real time, a crucial step towards making quantum computers practical for real world applications. Impact and implications. Seen as a path, yeah, I'm not really sure if Willow is something that you can start using right now. If that's something like companies can start being like, okay, insert this chip, let's use this computer. Let's just use this super computer. Pathfinder towards scalable fault tolerant quantum computers. Hmm. Right, totally scalable. So I believe they have shown that okay, we can put 100 qubits together, 105 to be specific, 105 qubits together, and we can decrease the error rates, and this thing works. Error correction capabilities are a testament to advancing quantum computing from a theoretical concept to practical technology. Hints at future applications in fields like medicine. Okay, while still experimental, fields like medicine, drug discovery, energy, nuclear fusion, and finance, where quantum computers could solve problems intractable by classical means. Significant increase in Alphabet stock value, indicating investor confidence in Google's quantum computing efforts. Despite its advances, the field acknowledges that millions of qubits are needed for truly impactful applications, suggesting Willow is a step in a long journey. While Willow shows promise, current applications are more proof of concept than practical. The transition to solving real world problems will require further development in both hardware and algorithms. Enters a competitive market with other tech giants like IBM and Microsoft also pushing quantum computing boundaries. Google's focus on error correction and performance gives it a unique position but does not guarantee market dominance. Right. Hmm. While everyone watches AI, Google broke time itself. Their quantum chip just solved a problem that would outlast the universe in 5 minutes. Really cool. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Whoa. That would make a good thumbnail. How it will transform humanity in 2030. Google tested Willow to see how powerful it was. Problem called the random circuit sampling benchmark. It would take the world's fastest supercomputers years to solve. Hmm. Wow. That's a cool animation. So Willow can do something in 5 minutes that classical computer would take 10 septillion years. And what is this problem? Random circuit sampling. The number is crazy, by the way. Number is crazy, by the way. Number of years our universe has existed, which is that 13 billion? No, 13 trillion. Wow. Wow. What 10 septillion looks like. So traditional computer basically cannot even solve this problem. Random circuit sampling. Google will solve the RCS benchmark in 5 minutes. So let's talk about computer chips for a second. Chips in your laptop. Okay, look at this. This is what bits are 0 and 1. Chips in your laptop or desktop use bits for computations. A bit holds limited information. Why? Because it can be in only one of the two states at a time. Okay. Meanwhile, chips in quantum computers use qubits, quantum bits or qubits, exist in multiple states at a time. Used together, exponentially increase computation power. So you got 0, 1, and they are in the same state at the same time. If you want more whoa, just give me more first. What makes Willow special is how it handles qubits. Qubits are powerful, but incredibly fragile. The more you increase them, the more likely they are to produce errors in computation. Right, you have to keep them extremely in a cold temperature so that you can maintain the chaos, so they can manage the chaos. Trapped ion and Rydberg atom qubits. This was the massive roadblock quantum computing has faced for 30 long years. But with Willow, adding more qubits actually reduces errors instead of creating them. The secret: organizing qubits into grid configurations called logical qubits. Quantum error correction below threshold 357. It would be very interesting to see, like, did Google, how much of Gemini did Google use? Like, how much of their unreleased AI did they use to figure this quantum computing problem? This leads to real time error correction, operating below threshold, as theoretical computer scientist Peter Shor said in 95. It's a history making accomplishment and absolutely critical for building scalable quantum computers. That's a beautiful photo. Why is this important to us normal folk? Because quantum computers will create innovations exponentially faster than regular computers. Quantum machine learning for AI, optimizing traffic flow in smart cities. Right, a lot of examples over here. Food supply,
Unlock this energy.
energy,
Hydrogen is based cancer. These
cancer.
disease quantum computers do. Use
Perfect. Vastly improved airline schedules, more efficient electric vehicle batteries, accelerated drug discovery for complex diseases, quantum cryptography for super secure communications. Will have an incredible impact on our lives. Don't expect to have a quantum laptop anytime soon, though. Below is a usually forward, but we are still years ahead, years away from practical applications. It's like the first computer from the 1940s, revolutionary, but not yet ready for your home. Oh, Penn State, Penn Engineering, really cool. The world's first electronic large scale general purpose digital computer. Wow, wow, look at this. Hmm. The world's first electronic large scale general purpose digital computer. This is so cool. This is so cool. It's like the first computer from 1940s, revolutionary but not yet ready for your home. Google's own experts say we might not see commercial quantum computers until 2030. A few challenges: increasing accuracy of operations, developing more practical applications, lowering cost of quantum computing time, lowering cost, more practical applications, and increasing accuracy of operations. Right, right. Again, it comes down to managing the chaos. How do you manage the chaos of qubits just moving around and actually using them for running the operation? But Google says it's on track with its goals. In 2019, the company released a roadmap for a quantum computer with commercial value. Hartmut Nevin, founder of Google's quantum AI lab, said they are about halfway through. We've got an exciting few years ahead. Milestone 1, beyond classical. Milestone 2, quantum error correction. Milestone 3, building hmm, building a long-lived logical qubit, creating a logical gate, engineering scale up, large error corrected quantum computer. Hmm. Hmm. Our focus is to unlock the full potential of quantum computing by developing a large scale computer capable of complex, error corrected computations. We're guided by a roadmap featuring 6 milestones that will lead us toward top quality quantum computing hardware and software for meaningful applications. So for now, let's celebrate. Willow is like the Wright brothers' first flight. It proves what's possible. We won't be flying quantum jumbo jets soon. Actually, this helps me clarify a lot. I thought when they launched something like Willow, they basically launch a chip and that chip can go start going to computers and hey, we have quantum computer right away. It was very confusing, like what is exactly happening over here, but this makes sense. What Willow actually did is that there was a benchmark, and with this specific problem RCS, and it actually tried to solve that problem with their super controlled quantum computer, which is massive. And maybe it's not, it's just that it's, yeah, it's not ready to be served in your computers yet, in your laptops yet, or smartphones yet, but we have made a progress, a significant progress towards that benchmark. We won't be flying quantum jumbo jets soon, but Willow has opened infinite doors, and now the quantum revolution is inevitable. That's a wrap. If you want more content, follow my page. Okay, interesting. That would be awesome, eh? Also, commercial applications are available are several years away, probably 2030 plus. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. What was the second question we asked? Tell me more about Google's Willow chip. Okay. Speed, direction, qubits, challenges, and future directions. Despite its advances, the field acknowledges that millions of qubits are needed for truly impactful applications, such as Willow is a step in a long journey. While Willow shows promise, current applications are more proof of concepts and practical. The transition to solving real world problems will require further development in both hardware and algorithms. Competitive landscape, okay. Quantum computing milestone, pathfinder towards scalable fault tolerant quantum computers, commercial potential is ready to be used today. Let's see, we don't clearly know what is actually happening. So, speed, error correction, qubits, mechanism, you can correct errors in real time. Okay. It's not ready for commercial use today in terms of practical everyday applications. Still largely an experimental platform, its achievements have been in demonstrating potential through benchmarks like random circuit sampling. Impressive, do not translate directly into commercial applications. Error correction has shown an ability to reduce errors with more qubits, which is a crucial step. Still an ongoing challenge for commercial viability. Quantum computers need to achieve much lower error rates across a broader range of operations. The number of qubits quantify is far below what would be needed for most practical applications where millions of qubits might be necessary for fault tolerant quantum computing. Maintaining the quantum state of qubits for long enough to perform useful computations is still a significant challenge. Hmm. Even with, okay, so they're saying like 105 qubits is just like having 105 bits in your laptop, which is nothing. So it's an achievement that Google has been able to, let's say, manage 105, has been able to use 105 qubits, but 105 is not enough for quantum computing. You will need millions of them, where you can build a proper computer. Hmm. And you can start solving commercial applications. Current applications, even with the are mostly in research, simulation of quantum systems, or very niche areas where classical computers are inefficient. Commercially relevant problems is still in progress. Beyond the hardware, the ecosystem for quantum computing includes software, algorithms, and infrastructure that need further development. That can harness the power of Willow for practical purposes are still being researched and developed. But they also acknowledge that the field is moving from theoretical and experimental stages towards practical applications. Google has indicated that Willow brings us closer to running practical algorithms that can be replicated on conventional computers, but this is more about setting the stage for future innovations rather than immediate commercial deployment. Hmm. But also emphasize that this is a step in a long journey towards practical quantum computing. Very cool. Okay. What is, hmm, where is the Willow computer situated? The Google Willow quantum chip is situated at Google's Quantum AI Lab in Santa Barbara, California. This facility is one of the few in the world specifically built for the development of quantum computing technology. Let's see if we got something. Meet Willow, our state of the art quantum chip is the first quantum chip to show exponential error reduction as qubit scale, paving the way for large scale fault tolerant quantum computer. So announcement, even this announcement only got 306 views. That is crazy. Today we unveiled our latest quantum chip Willow, but how does quantum computing work? What is even a qubit? Our Google quantum AI team is here to teach you the basics and give you a tour of their lab. What do we have here? Let's see. Hmm. Oh, no, this one. We want this one. Yes. Google introduced state-of-the-art Willow chip, outpacing a supercomputer. Okay. Meet Willow. Who is Volkan? Volkan is just a fan. Okay. In Santa Barbara is far more than just another small processor. This chip can complete complex computational tasks in minutes, tasks that would take 10 septillion years. Interesting. Hmm. Seems like a cool video or quantum computer benchmark computation in 200 seconds. That would have taken the world's fastest computer at the time 10,000 years. Google reran the experiment. Hmm. To talk about what this means. We keep running it every year in the time it would take. Hmm. Breakthrough that can reduce errors exponentially as we scale up using more qubits, cracking a 30-year challenge in the field and benchmark test. Willow solved a standard computation in less than 5 minutes that would take a leading supercomputer over 10 to the power 25 years, far beyond the age of the universe. We've been knocking at the same door, trying to explain the propulsion and energy behind UAP, concepts like interdimensional physics and space-time metric engineering. Curious, indeed. It lends credence to the notion that quantum computation occurs in many parallel universes, in line with the idea that we live in a multiverse, a prediction first made by David Deutsch. Hmm. Hmm. Tell me more about the random circuit sampling RCS benchmark for quantum computing. Tell me more about it. Okay, demonstrating quantum supremacy, advantage over classical computing systems. RCS involves executing a quantum circuit composed of randomly chosen gates. Quantum circuit composed of randomly chosen gates and then measuring the output. The task is to generate samples from the probability distribution of the circuit's outputs. These are built from a sequence of quantum gates applied to qubits, where the choice of gates is random or pseudo-random, ensuring the circuit explores a wide range of possible quantum states. The goal is not to compute an exact solution, but to produce samples from the circuit's output distribution, which should match. Wow, I have no idea what I'm reading over here. Quantum supremacy. RCS was notably used by Google to claim quantum supremacy, showing that their Sycamore processor could perform a specific task in 200 seconds that would take the fastest classical computer 10,000 years to simulate. How well a quantum computer performs under noise, as random circuits tend to distribute errors across the systems, providing insight into its fidelity and coherence. Hmm. Understanding the impact of noise on quantum computations. crucial for advancing error correction techniques and hardware design. A circuit is constructed with a number of qubits and layers of random gates. Typically, these include single qubit rotations and two qubit entangling gates like the C0 gate. Quantum computer runs this circuit multiple times, each time measuring the outcomes in the computational pieces, 0 and 1 for each qubit. Results are compared with classical simulations or theoretical predictions. The fidelity of the quantum output to the expected distribution is a key metric, often measured through cross entropy benchmarking, XEB. There's ongoing debate about whether classical computers can simulate RCS with more advanced algorithms or hardware than initially considered. Challenged Google's 2019 claim by suggesting their classical algorithm could perform the simulation in days rather than eons. Critics argue that while RCS is good for benchmarking, it doesn't directly translate to practical applications, questioning its relevance for demonstrating useful quantum supremacy. Small scale RCS experiments can be sensitive to noise, which might not reflect the performance on larger error corrected quantum systems. Hmm. It doesn't directly translate to practical applications, questioning its relevance for demonstrating useful quantum supremacy. Claiming a computation time of under 5 minutes, right? Phase transition. There are phase transitions in RCS behavior based on noise levels. Who has achieved quantum supremacy? Let's see. Hmm. Refers to the point when a quantum computer can perform a task that a classical computer cannot feasibly do in a reasonable time frame. 2019, Google announced that it had achieved supremacy using their 53 qubit Sycamore quantum processor. They claim this machine performed a specific calculation, oh, same, RCS, random circuit sampling, in 200 seconds that would take the world's fastest supercomputer around 10,000 years to complete. This was published in the journal Nature and sparked significant debate and discussion. Wow. China. The University of Science and Technology of China, USTC, claimed quantum supremacy in 2020 with their photonic quantum computer, Juzang, which solved a particular Gaussian boson sampling problem in 200 seconds, a task they stated would take classical computers billions of years. They announced another quantum supremacy claim with the Zhu Chongzhi 2.1 system, using 66 qubits to accomplish a task that would take classical computers 8.2 billion years. Hmm. So Google is definitely really ahead with Willow because they used 105 qubits and it is 10 septillion years. Wow, that's the comparison. Quantinium in July 24 announced that their 56 qubit H21 quantum computer had broken the previous quantum supremacy record set by Google Sycamore by a factor of 100, performing with notably less power consumption. IBM's critique. IBM argued that with classical computing techniques, they could simulate the same problem in just 2.5 days, questioning the validity of Google's quantum supremacy claim. Underscores the complexity of defining and measuring quantum supremacy. They could simulate the same problem in just 2.5 days. Hmm. Terminology itself has been debated, with some researchers suggesting quantum advantage as a less controversial term, focusing on when quantum computers can be practically useful rather than just faster. Leading to a discussion about the practical implications of these achievements. True quantum advantage for real world applications remain a goal for the future. Totally. Patty Lee, chief scientist at Quantinium, explains why Google and scientists in China have guaranteed that quantum computers have achieved supremacy over classical computers. You're finally done. Where would take a classical computer 10,000 years. Actually, if you have a more clever algorithm, you can do it in a couple days. Oh, yeah, IBM said that. People find clever techniques, they can do that. They can simulate better. Google came out with a larger chip. Yes, add 1 qubit. All of a sudden, you have like twice as many possibilities. So the combination gets harder very quickly. Supercomputers cannot keep up. Okay. Google claimed quantum supremacy with Willow chip, solving a problem that takes 10 septillion years. Remember when Google claimed quantum supremacy in 2019 and Chinese researchers solved the same problem in 15 hours with normal computers? Oh, very interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. Hmm. China's Zhu Chongzi 3 quantum computer debuts with 105 qubits, surpassing Google's 72 qubit Sycamore. It cements China's lead as the only nation with quantum supremacy in two physical systems. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. This is interesting. Where do we go from here? Okay. Who are the top players in quantum computing? Who are the top companies that are in this game? So obviously Google, IBM, Microsoft, AWS, Intel, Alibaba, D-Wave, known for its quantum annealing approach, pioneering in solving optimization problems with systems like the Advantage 2 prototype boasting over 500 qubits. Ion Q, trapped ion quantum computing, claiming high fidelity qubits. Significant strides in hardware development and is public, allowing investors direct exposure. Rigetti, superconducting qubit technology, offering cloud access and developing full stack quantum computing solutions for their Aspen series of quantum computers. A result of the merger between Cambridge Quantum Computing and Honeywell Quantum Solutions, working on trapped ion quantum computers with notable achievements in error correction. Xanadu, this Canadian company is known, I believe I have some friends who work over here. Canadian company is known for its work in photonic quantum computing, aiming for scalable quantum computers. They have developed PennyLane, a software framework for quantum machine learning. Hmm. Psi Quantum aims to build a million qubit quantum computer using photonic technology backed by significant investments. Q Era Computing works on neutral atom quantum computing, gaining attention for its potential scalability. Pascal, another player in the neutral atom quantum computing space, focusing on industrial applications. Various universities and national labs worldwide, like MIT, University of Maryland, and China's USTC, contribute through research and partnerships, driving fundamental advancements in quantum technology. Really cool. IBM has made significant strides with its IBM Quantum Initiative, introducing the 127 qubit Eagle processor and planning for even larger systems. Offers IBM Q experience for cloud based quantum computing access and has developed Qiskit, an open source quantum development environment. Azure Quantum, working on topological qubits, which has the potential for more stable quantum computations. They've developed Q hash, a programming language for quantum computing, and are collaborating with various quantum hardware providers. Amazon, with Amazon Bracket, providing access to quantum hardware from multiple providers like IonQ and Rigetti, alongside their own quantum computing research. Silicon based computing with projects like Tunnel Falls, a 12 qubit silicon chip, emphasizing on integrating quantum with existing semiconductor technology. Established a quantum computing lab working on both hardware and software, aiming to develop a commercial quantum computer by 2030. Hmm, really cool. So, there, hmm, what can quantum computer really do? What are some practical applications? Can be exponentially faster than classical computers. Okay. Solve complex optimization problems, large scale optimization problems that are intractable for classical computers due to their ability to explore a vast solution space simultaneously. Right. So, this is where they're talking about multiverse. Simulate quantum systems. They can model quantum mechanical systems at a molecular or atomic level, which is crucial for understanding complex chemical reactions or material properties that classical simulations can only approximate with significant computational overhead. Cryptography. For breaking current encryption methods like RSA and creating new quantum resistant cryptographic systems. Factor large numbers exponentially faster than classical computers, which is the basis of some encryption methods. Potentially speed up certain machine learning tasks like clustering or dimensionality reduction by processing large data sets in ways that exploit quantum parallelism, database research, or database search. Grover's algorithm provides a quadratic speedup for unstructured search, meaning searching through unsorted databases can be done much faster on quantum computers. Hmm. Unsorted databases, drug discovery, simulate molecular interactions, protein folding, drug target interactions more accurately, reducing the time and cost associated with drug development. Faster identification of new drugs, material science, specific properties like superconductors at room temperature or more efficient solar cells, by simulating how atoms and molecules might interact at quantum level. Portfolio optimization, optimize investment portfolios by considering numerous variables simultaneously, potentially leading to better risk assessment and returns. Enhancing Monte Carlo simulations for financial modeling by handling complex probabilistic scenarios much faster. Logistics, complex routing and scheduling problems like the traveling salesman for more efficient logistics. Climate and weather modeling, better modeling of climate systems and weather patterns by simulating interactions at a quantum level, potentially leading to more accurate predictions. Understanding and designing chemical reactions for industrial processes like more efficient catalysts or greener chemical manufacturing. While quantum computers pose a threat to current encryption standards, they also enable the development of quantum key distribution for ultra secure communication. Simulating nuclear reactions or improving energy storage solutions like batteries through better understanding of material interactions at the quantum scale. Hmm. Simulating nuclear reactions or improving energy storage solutions like batteries through better understanding of material interactions at the quantum scale. Hmm. Error correction. Current quantum computers are noisy, meaning errors in quantum states are frequent, requiring robust error correction to achieve practical computing. While small scale quantum computers exist, scaling up to the millions of qubits required for many practical applications remain a challenge. Developing algorithms that can leverage quantum advantages for practical problems is ongoing research. Hmm. Does quantum computing mean that multiverse exists? Let's see, very vague question. Let's see what we get over here. Existence of multiverse, but it does deal with concepts from quantum mechanics that are sometimes discussed in the context of multiverse theories. Superposition. Principle of superposition, quantum bits can exist in multiple states, mirrors the idea where particles can exist in multiple states or places at once. Many worlds interpretation. Quantum mechanics, the many worlds interpretation posited by Hugh Everett III, suggests that all possible alternate histories and futures are real, each representing an actual world or universe. Every quantum event leads to a branching of reality into multiple universes, each with a different outcome of the quantum event. When discussing quantum computing, operations on qubits can be thought of as exploring all possible computational paths simultaneously, somewhat analogous to how MWI, many worlds interpretation, suggests all possible outcomes of quantum events happen in different universes. However, this is an interpretative leap. Quantum computers physically work with superpositions within one universe. Hmm. Might one day be capable of simulating complex systems or even entire universes under certain conditions, providing insights into how quantum mechanics might behave on a cosmic level. This could indirectly support or challenge multiverse concepts by offering new ways to test quantum mechanics implications. Hmm. Decoherence, the loss of quantum information due to interaction with the environment, is seen as the collapse of a quantum state into a classical one. Decoherence. Some interpretation of QM, including MWI, suggests that decoherence might be what separates different worlds or universes, where each outcome of a quantum measurement exists in its own world. Correlation, not causation. The fact that quantum computers operate on principles like superposition and entanglement does not mean they prove the multiverse exists. These are tools for computation that leverage quantum mechanics, not experiments designed to test cosmological theories. Remains a speculative idea within theoretical physics. There is no direct empirical evidence for it yet. Technological application of quantum mechanics, whereas multiverse theories are part of theoretical physics aimed at explaining the nature of reality. Hmm, very interesting. And I think that's it. That's all for quantum computing. That's the stream. Thank you.